Hey, this is Trey Passer, and this is my movie review of Red Tails with spoilers. Okay, I went today just around 11:35 a.m. to see Red Tails. Here's my ticket. I think you can actually see it that time. It was actually only $6 because I guess I saw it before 12, so maybe that's matinee prices at the theater. Anyway, Red Tails is about the Tuskegee Airmen in World War II. The movie stars Terrence Howard, Cuba Gooding Jr., the other, I wrote it down so I can remember, Nate Parker, this other guy's name, I know I'm going to screw the pronunciation of it, David Oliuala. I know I screwed that up, but I'll put his name, the proper spelling of his name. Tristan Wiles, and Elijah Kelly. Okay, let me just tell you who's who, so you know. Terrence Howard plays the colonel of the unit. Okay, and Cuba Gooding Jr. is his major. You know, his immediate. He works for him. And Nate Parker. There's four main pilots in the movie. Okay, that because they couldn't focus probably on all of the characters, but there's four main characters that you should know about. Okay, Nate Parker plays Easy. Okay, he's the leader of the squadron. Who's under a lot of pressure, of course, and has high expectations on him. His father is a judge, and he's expected to become a lawyer when he gets out of the military, and he drinks. Okay, the next character is played by David Ola, whose name I totally screwed up, but he plays Lightning. He's the best pilot in the unit, but he's arrogant and cocky. Okay, and then there's a third guy played by Tristan Wiles, who plays Junior. He's the youngest pilot. Okay, and then there's Elijah Kelly, who plays Joker. The Joker of the group. And let me just first say I absolutely enjoyed this movie. I was looking forward to seeing this movie because, I was in the Air Force, and I'm always fascinated by I guess service history of African Americans and wars and stuff. I'm always constantly fascinated by that. And I saw the HBO movie that starred Lawrence Fishburne and Cuba Gooding Jr. about the Tuskegee Airmen that came. I think it came on HBO. It was an HBO movie. It came out I don't know how long ago. It came out maybe 10 or 12 years ago, however long it was. And anyway, so I was when I first saw the trailer for this, I was very interested in seeing this. And let me just first say I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. The accent, the sequences with the air combat sequences are just absolutely fantastic. I mean, you can see everything. It's not confusing, and it's absolutely fantastic. And I love the human element of it between the four guys. Easy, who's the leader, and Lightning, who's the arrogant one, of course, and Tristan, who's the young Tristan Wiles, who plays Junior, the young pilot, and Joker, who's the character of the group. And like I said, what I love about it, like I said, is the interaction between those four. And basically, this movie, it starts, with them. You show them that, just being 1940s, and the military didn't think that much of, African Americans. In fact, I think they show a quote before the movie, as the movie's beginning, how I think in the Army manual it says that the Negro is inherently subservient, and when faced with adversity, is a coward, basically, and just all kinds of derogatory things, basically, that they don't think African Americans will be good in combat. Okay, and so like I said in the beginning of the movie, they're stationed in Italy, and they're not even they're far away from the main front lines. They're basically doing mop-up duty, escorting vehicles and stuff in their planes and stuff, and they have raggedy planes and stuff. But of course, the Army has a problem. They're losing their bombers to the Germans. They're attacking when they go on their bomb runs, and they go with escorts, pilot that escorts the big bombers. They get the aircraft. The pilots are veering off from the bombers, leaving them unprotected to go engage in dogfights. Meanwhile, they're vulnerable to sneak attacks by the Germans. So they're losing a lot of men because in these bombers, I think they have at least like 10 men in each one of these bombers, and so they're losing a lot of men, and they're suffering a lot of unnecessary loss. So they come to the colonel, played again by Terrence Howard, and they ask him, can your men protect the bombers? And of course he said, please, if you give it a chance, yes, we can. So of course they get their first shot at doing it. And like I said, the aerial sequences are just absolutely fantastic in the movie. The way they shot it was, I absolutely loved it. And like I said, the best actors in this movie to me is the guy that played Lightning and the guy that played Easy, the leader. Okay, like I said, they clash a lot. They're best friends, of course, but they clash a lot because, like I said, Easy, who's the leader, he drinks, and like I said, Lightning is arrogant. He takes unnecessary risks. Like he disobeys orders, of course, and he's, attacking when he's not supposed to attack. And just being a general, like a general jackass. But I like, and he also, let me say another thing. Lightning, he has like a side story also where he romances an Italian girl, which is another great part of the movie that I really liked. And like I said, basically this movie, I really liked it, and I'm really glad George Lucas funded this movie. And as a personal side, I'm just, like I said, I was in the Air Force, and I absolutely I love watching military movies, and I love the history, and I love that we get to see the African Americans' contribution to the to World War II, and like I said, this movie presents it in great detail, and it's, like I said, the story is great. It has some humor in it, but it also has some truly serious parts in it, and it's just, I'm glad I went to see it, and I'm definitely going to get this movie, when it comes out on Blu-ray. I just absolutely loved it, and like I said, the guy who plays Lightning is just fantastic in the movie to me. Him and, like I said, Easy, the guy that plays Easy, I think it was Nate Parker, and the other guy, David Oliver, who's a British guy, actually. I know I mangled his name again, but and those two guys, to me, they give the best performances in the movie, and I actually love seeing, like I said, the camaraderie among the squadron and stuff, and Cuba Gooding Jr. also is. I'm glad to see him in a major role again. It seemed like after he won the Oscar, they shunted him aside and let him play. He was in all these direct-to-video movies. I don't, what he did to who he pissed off, that they basically shunted him towards all these direct-to-video movies. Cuba Gooding is a good actor, and like I said, his character is, like I said, he's in charge of the men. For the colonel, he's in charge of the men, and he's the one that gives them their orders and stuff, and tells them what they have to do. And he plays, like I say, his part is more laid back, but he's excellent in the part. And I'm glad to see it, and hopefully this will lead to him getting more mainstream parts, because Cuba Gooding Jr. is a really good actor, and for him to be shut off to direct-to-video movies, I think is a crime. But anyway, like I said, I love, like I said, the guy who plays Lightning. I know I said it a bunch of times, but I'm going to say it again. The guy who plays Lightning, he, to me, is the most fully rounded character in the movie. Okay, like I said, he gets to have a little side romance with an Italian girl, and like I said, you see him conflicting with the guy who plays Easy. You see him, and they even show a part where they show, this is the 1940s. They show a scene of him, getting mad and getting to because he's getting disrespected by by the other white soldiers and stuff, and he snaps and loses it and gets thrown into the brig. And I just, like I said, but other than that, like I said, I love Red Tails, and I would just highly recommend it. I absolutely love this movie, and I'm glad I saw it. And please support this movie if you like, because I think this movie came in #2 this weekend. But it's a really, I love the story, and I'm glad this is a story that somebody finally, I mean, they told it before, but I'm glad they chose to tell it again. And like I said, the aerial sequences are just absolutely fantastic with the dog fights and stuff and everything else. So I would highly recommend this movie, and please let me know if you've seen it, how you feel about it, or if you plan on seeing it. Okay, feel free to leave your comments below. And this is Trey Passer saying so long and take care.